My humblest of regards to the fellow members of the Alpha branch of the Utopia. And now, commencing video.
Hello everyone, my name is the one and only Silverreploid CLE. How are you guys doing on YouTube? That's right, the Silverreploid /Inkling coming at you live, looking fresh in the flesh on the net, stream or non-stream. Welcome back everyone to another video. First things first, hope you guys are having a very blessed and safe Monday thus far. And I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking, Silver, what are you doing right now since yesterday you established that you were going to be on break on SCP? Well, considering that I have plenty of time on my hands before I get to my later agenda for today, I thought about getting this done real quick because I can't afford to just leave you guys hanging without at least one episode of me reacting to some SCP explanations during the week and whatnot. So I was thinking, since I have plenty of time on my hands to do whatever I need to do, I thought about getting this done real quick. And of course I got another video to react to today, and that'll be coming up later. So guys, we're down to another SCP explanation video, and this is SCP-087, the Stairwell. I know I said I was going to be on break for this week for Monday, but I just couldn't afford to leave you guys hanging, given that I had a change of plan and whatnot. But either way guys, I'm still doing my agenda later, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this done for you guys real quick, and of course hope you guys enjoy it. So with that being said guys, before we start the reaction to this SCP, for those who are new to the channel, thank you all very much as always for tuning in, and of course giving the channel a very excellent glimpse. I'm forever appreciated and grateful for your everlasting love and support. And remember guys, the giveaway series is still transpiring, so if you are once again lucky enough to become my 29,500 subscriber, please refer to the giveaway details in the comment section pinned, and the winner will receive this. This is a Nintendo Switch Online subscription card where you have 1 year of online plays, etc. Well, you know what it is. Anyway guys, like this video if you enjoyed, leave your comments down below, and of course subscribe for more with the notifications activated. Big shout out to the members on behalf of the Utopian branch. If you also want to become a member on behalf of the Utopian branch, refer to the join button, review the perks, and of course the perks will be granted to you by yours truly. Make sure you also subscribe to SCP Explained for more of the explanatory animations and stories. As always guys, I'm going to add the channel in the description, comments, and the outro. And with that being said, let's go ahead, react to this Stairwell. We shall see how it goes. Wrong clip now.
The first thing that tips the Foundation off to SCP-087's presence were the reports of numerous unexplained disappearances on campus. There were plenty of rumors about what might be behind them, but field agents suspected that the true source of the vanishing would be something beyond civilian imagination. All anyone knew for sure was that everyone who had gone missing was last seen in a certain administrative building on the university grounds, and that the disappearances only seemed to happen when the elevator was out. The campus was soon flooded with Foundation agents, creating a barrier around the administrative building and the presumed habitat of SCP-087. Nobody else could get in, and hopefully whatever was inside couldn't get out. One of the Foundation's lead scientists was flown in to consult on the investigation. What could have been behind those students disappearing? The doctor's preliminary interviews with university staff who worked in the building yielded some interesting details. Strange noises, like banging and even a faint, shrill crying, would be heard from a door that led to a no longer used stairway in hallway 3B. Staff in the building had no reason to ever take these stairs, especially considering how many of them reported a strange sense of unease when just standing outside the dorm. The only reason someone might take those stairs is due to elevator malfunctions. In that instant, the doctor had put it all together. The staff they interviewed had their memory wiped with amnestics, special chemicals used by the Foundation with the power to delete human memories. The Foundation only used them for staff or civilians who had confirmed contact with an SCP, and the doctor knew that they had a live one on their hands. The staircase. There was something terribly wrong with that staircase. And it was the SCP Foundation's job to find out what, before it made anybody else disappear. This is the story of SCP-087, otherwise known as the Endless Staircase, and the 3 doomed journeys down into its murky depths. The doctor was more than eager to begin research into the staircase and its frightening, anomalous properties. After all, you don't claw your way up to being one of the Foundation's key researchers without being brave, and perhaps just a little bit deranged. As was standard, once a perimeter was secured around the staircase, the good doctor requested a selection of D-Class personnel for testing. For those not in the know, D-Class is the Foundation's polite way of saying cannon fodder. The doctor was sent 3 D-Class prisoners for use in his investigation of SCP-087. The first, D8432, was, according to official documentation on the incident, a 43-year-old male of average build and appearance and unremarkable psychological background. This man once worked for the Foundation in a more official capacity, but he was given the often deadly demotion to D-Class due to a dangerous mistake handling SCP-082 that led to the deaths of several other agents. Now,
So he was
it looked like it
formerly
would
an
be
agent.
his
Well,
turn.
not an agent, but
The
a
doctor explained his mission to him. Explore the staircase, gather data, help us find out exactly what we're dealing with here. If you come back alive, there may even be a promotion in it for you. And with that promise,
If he
D8432 was
survives,
given his
that is.
loadout, a 75-watt flood lamp with battery power capable of lasting 24 hours, an audio headset, and a handheld camcorder fitted with a transmission stream, and an
quite an
audio
device.
headset that would allow him to communicate with Dr. Bright. D8432 was then pushed through the door in hallway 3B and out onto the staircase. According to declassified Foundation files describing the staircase, SCP-087 is an unlit platform staircase. Stairs descend on a 38-degree angle for 13 steps before reaching a semicircular platform of approximately
looks
3
more like
meters in
13.
diameter. Descent direction rotates 180 degrees at each platform. The design of SCP-087 limits subjects to a visual
strange.
range of approximately 1.5 flights. But in D8432's mind, unlit really didn't seem like the right word. He would have chosen all-consuming darkness. Despite carrying a powerful 75-watt lamp, D8432 was only capable of partially lighting the platform he was standing on, and the illumination
Oh, I'm
only
about to
stretched
say.
down 9 of the 13 steps to the next platform. When
That angle change
D8432
kinda
observed
gave
how
me a
little
bit of
help his lamp was giving him,
scare a little
he
bit.
was instructed to shine it out of the doorway into hallway 3B. When he did so, the light seemed to shine far further than it ever could in SCP-087. Already, the beginning of the anomalous activity was obvious. Everywhere else, darkness is just the absence of light. In SCP-087, darkness eats light. It was like a tangible black
technically
mass
something
that
dark
only a
in
certain
here
amount
in
of light
its
could
stairway.
survive, while the rest just wouldn't
That
show.
causes that affects the light.
D8432 swallowed hard over a lump in his throat. The door to hallway 3B was closed behind him, and he was ordered to descend. Surviving to see that promotion was feeling unlikely, but it's not like he had a choice. If he tried to escape SCP-087 before he was permitted, he'd be shot by SCP Foundation field agents on the spot. So he followed the high-ranking doctor's
Dang.
orders and began to descend the steps to the next platform. Nothing about the physical makeup of the staircase itself seemed abnormal. The base and walls were a very plain, dull concrete with a metal handrail. The only thing that seemed unique about it so far was the strange light-bending properties. That was, until he reached the second platform down and he heard it, a soft, echoing cry. A child's cry, with shrieks of panic, or maybe even pain, echoing up from below. He was asked why he had stopped, and he explained the crying sound he'd been hearing. It sounded like it was coming from far down the stairs, maybe 200 meters below him. He could just make out the words, "please," "help," and "down here," coming from the darkness. But the team outside the stairwell couldn't hear anything, so they asked him to descend further. Another platform down, and they could hear it too, the unmistakable cries of a terrified child. "Please, help," and "down here." D8432 was ordered to keep going, and only stop if he noticed changes to the visual environment or in the sounds he was hearing. D8432, knowing his life was on the
Could it be
line,
a trap
had to
down
keep
there?
going, and descended another 20 flights of stairs before stopping to remark that the sounds of the child hadn't gotten any closer. They
No, I
still
don't
sounded
trust that.
just as far away as
That's
when he
just
first
too
heard them.
well
He was
thinking.
told his observations were noted and pressured to continue. Within half
They're
an
really
hour,
aiming for the deeper, aren't they?
D8432 had descended a full 50 floors with no sign of a
50
bottom in
floor-
sight.
Oh
Somehow,
no.
the volume of the child's crying had remained consistent throughout, as if it was moving away from D8432 at the same rate he was descending. At this point, D8432 reported that he was feeling uneasy. The doctor said that this was understandable, given the circumstances. He'd been watching what little there was to see over a live video feed the entire time, and something about the truly bottomless nature of the staircase and the ever-elusive crying was undeniably eerie. But things were about to really take a turn for the worst. As D8432 stepped forward towards the next set of stairs, he froze. There was something on the platform below him, barely illuminated by the light of his 75-watt bulb. It was a face, vaguely human in size and shape, but with a few terrifying differences. It had grayish skin and no mouth, nostrils, or pupils. And yet, D8432 could feel that this thing was making eye contact with him. He
Get
couldn't
out of there
move,
now.
trapped in the thing's piercing gaze. In an instant, the face jerked forwards, suddenly only about a foot away from D432's face, eyes staring into its own. D8432 screamed and ran, scaling all 50 flights in an astonishing 18 minutes before charging out into hallway 3B. There, he collapsed from the exhaustion and the fear of what he'd just seen. Upon reviewing the footage, the strange face was designated SCP-087-1. Fascinating. It was time for a second experiment.
Back in the
doctor
freaking stairwell
just had
crazies,
to
I don't know
more.
what.
The second test subject was D9035, a 28-year-old male with a history of aggravated assaults
God.
against women. He was given the same loadout as his predecessors, except this time with an even more powerful 100-watt bulb. He was also given 100 small LED lights that had adhesive backs and a battery life of approximately 3 weeks, with which they intended to permanently illuminate SCP-087. However, despite the extra wattage of his bulb, he still couldn't illuminate beyond the 9th step. SCP-087 wouldn't allow it. Having no ideas of the horrors that lurked below him, he descended on the doctor's orders and began fixing the LEDs to the walls of each platform he passed.
Oh my
The LED
God.
always illuminated the landing, but the light couldn't
They're really
pass the
fishing
first
for it,
step
aren't
on
they?
either side. The flights of stairs themselves would remain in perpetual darkness. After the second flight, D9035 noticed the same crying D8432 had heard and became uneasy. Just like before, as D9035 descended, the volume of the crying didn't seem to increase, as if for every step he descended, the source of the crying descended 1, 2, keeping them at a constant 200 meters apart. Still, he was ordered to continue his descent and the placing of LEDs even as his paranoia grew. When he reached the 51st floor, he observed damage to the wall and steps. Sections appeared to have been smashed to rubble by an extreme force. As he descended past the broken step, he only felt his fear, anxiety, and paranoia grow. The doctor made note of the fact that SCP-087 seemed to cause instances of anxiety and terror in its occupants, even before they encountered SCP-087-1. As D9035 reached Platform 89, a full 350 meters under the initial platform, he stopped dead in his tracks and saw something staring up at him from the platform below.
That same figure.
Terrible gray face with those dead white eyes. He was encouraged to stay calm and try to get better footage of the face, but it charged for him, and D9035 ran for his life. He ascended the staircase at a staggering pace, even passing out from exhaustion and remaining motionless for 14 minutes halfway. When D9035 finally gathered the strength to get up, he scrambled back to hallway 3B and fell into a state of catatonia. He remains unresponsive to all external stimuli to this day, just staring off into the distance with a haunted expression, almost like he's still there in the hallway. The doctor wanted to conduct one more test before he ordered SCP-087 shut off from the world forever, and it was the most terrifying of all. The final subject was D9884,
Why
a
bring more
23-year-old
subjects
woman
into
with a
the
history of
matter
depression
when
and
they
use
already
of
determined
excessive
what it
force.
was?
The doctor had hoped that D9884 would travel the deepest yet, and so he gave her the additional supplies of a
That is
backpack
one
containing
precision, Doctor.
3.75 liters of water, 15 nutrient bars, and 1 thermal blanket. As far as the Foundation was concerned, she was in this for the long haul.
What?
But none of them had any idea quite how right they were. When D9884 entered SCP-087, all the lights from the previous expedition had disappeared. Still, she was ordered to go deeper. She heard the crying of the mysterious child, if it was even a child at all, and again she was ordered to go deeper. At the 496th landing, even as D9884 seemed to slip into a state of mortal terror, once again she was ordered to go even deeper. Every moment, he was hoping to get a better look at the face of SCP-087-1, and when D9884 finally broke and fled back upstairs, he did. The face appeared, but this time, it was mere inches behind her, staring directly into the camera with its blank eyes, startling even this veteran of the supernatural. The face appearing caused D9884 to panic and flee, but instead of going back up the stairs to safety, she went deeper down the staircase in an attempt to escape it, deeper and deeper and deeper, until her video feed cut out. D9884 was never seen again. In the aftermath of the tests, the SCP was classified as Euclid. It may have been dangerous, but at least it was easy to contain. The door to hallway 3B was replaced with one made out of reinforced steel with an electro-release lock mechanism. It has been disguised to resemble a janitorial closet consistent with the rest of the building. The lock won't release unless a classified number of electrical volts are applied, while the key is turned counterclockwise. And after a few inches of foam insulation were applied to the inner side of the door, staff at the building never again reported hearing strange noises. As for the fates of those lost within the endless turning flights and platforms of SCP-087, we may never know, but one can only assume it isn't pleasant.
Well, of course it's not pleasant, because given that the figure is still down there in the stairway and the scientist was like ordering... What the heck? Is where it joins an SCP? Usually joins the Foundation. Oh god. I can see why I was requested to check out this playlist of SCP, because I see Uzi right there. And it's been a minute since I looked at murder drone related content. But getting back to this, the stairwell, it's crazy how this test subjects were like ordered to go down there to determine what was the figure that was down there the whole time and what was with the girl. I even wonder what happened to the girl that was down there crying and pleading for help. The whole thing was just nuts how it just like, you know, they were unable to determine where the girl was. All there was a figure, unless the figure itself was the girl that was like luring the test subjects to a trap, or anyone down there to a trap, and then just waiting for another and more. And it's just crazy how the scientist was like, you know, ordering the test subjects to go down there and whatnot, and they don't do as they're told. They get like overwhelmed by their... It's just... Yeah, this was quite a freaking mind blower right here, to be honest with you. But it will always be a stairwell, I guess, considering that they locked it down and no more noises were heard and everything, except for when the test subjects were down there stuck to their own demise along with the figure. But either way, guys, that was my reaction to SCP-087, the stairwell. And yeah, even I'm flabbergasted right now as to why it came to be, and of course why the scientist himself was desperate enough to find out what figure that was, who or what it was rather, considering that the girl was down there prior to the figure showing up in front of the test subjects who were ordered to go down there. But hey, there you have it. So that was my reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed it very much, even though I did say that I was going to be on break for this week, but considering the change of plan, I decided to go to do it regardless, because, well, I don't want you guys hanging with it. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this one despite what transpired in there. And if you did, as always, everyone, smack the like button, leave your comments down below, and subscribe for more notifications activated. Make sure you also subscribe to SCP Explains for more of their explanatory animations. Channels provided in the description, comments in the outro. And of course, my social media, Twitch, and my song list are provided in the description. If you also want to commission a song made by yours truly that you can use for your content, etc., please do not hesitate to let me know via social media, for I do song commissions. And with that being said, this is me signing off for now. Silverreploid CLE. I love you guys. Stay fresh in the flesh and off the hook. And on behalf of the Utopia, I will catch every single one of you in the next video. If you love music, and if you would like to partake in support of my channel by purchasing music, please refer to my song list down below. Hey guys, Silverreploid CLE here. I want to thank all of you for watching this video. Please smash on the like button, subscribe for more content if you're new, and please turn on the push notifications. And also, please make sure you check out my other videos or any video on display and show tons of love and support for not only me, but to those who are also involved. Have a great one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!